Today we're diving into one of the most shocking hidden treasures in modern U.S. coin history. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar. Yes, the little coin most people ignore, has secret varieties and rare minting mistakes that can launch its value from just $1 into the stratosphere, reaching jaw-dropping prices in the millions. Collectors are scrambling, discoveries are happening in pocket change, and the hunt has never been more intense. Imagine this. You're holding a coin worth just $1. A coin millions of people tossed into vending machines, bus fare slots, and piggy banks back in 1979. That what if it's one of the ultra-rare, almost mythical 1979 D-era Susan B. Anthony dollars that collectors say could be worth hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, or in a once-in-a-generation discovery, potentially even six-figure or million-dollar territory at a high-stakes auction. Welcome to the hidden world of the 1979 deminting. Mistakes, errors so rare, so spectacular, and so visually shocking that when one surfaces, collectors go into a frenzy. The history behind the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar. Why this coin was one of the most controversial ever released. The major errors, including the ones that bring the highest values. How a few tiny details can turn a $1 coin into a life-changing jackpot, and why some collectors believe the rarest examples could reach hundreds of thousands or even millions if the right error is discovered. In the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint hoped to save money by replacing the bulky Eisenhower dollar with a smaller, more modern coin. They chose to honor Susan B. Anthony, a pioneer of women's rights, the first real woman ever featured on circulating U.S. coinage. The Mint made a critical design mistake. The Denver Mint was minting coins at intense speed, and any mechanical problem, even a microscopic one, could create an error coin. Most errors were caught and destroyed, but some slipped through into circulation. Those are the coins collectors dream about. The 1979 D wide rim style misstrike, dramatic, authenticated hybrid rim errors, $2,000 to $10,000 plus, off-center strikes, 50% plus off-center, date visible $5,000 to $15,000, extremely dramatic 60 to 80% off-center, $20,000, $50,000 plus. Coins like this are headline makers. Point one perfect storm example could absolutely break records. Die caps, mushroom errors and multi-strike errors, minor die caps, $2,000 to $10,000, full cap, dramatic deformation, $20,000 to $55,000 plus. Ultra dramatic, perfect cap strike, $75,000 or more at auction. Yes, this is the kind of error that can turn a $1 coin into a life-changing treasure. Double strikes and triple strikes, light, partial double strike, $1,000 to $5,000, strong double strike, $8,000 to $25,000, triple strike or dramatic rotation, $30,000 to $77,000 plus. These coins can become the centerpieces of major auctions. Broad strikes and wrong planchet errors, wrong planchet, $10,000 to $35,000 plus. Dramatic wrong planchet, like struck on a quarter blank, $50,000 to $100,000 plus. Some collectors firmly believe a yet undiscovered wrong planchet SBA dollar, especially a Denver one, could break six-figure or million-dollar levels if it ever appears. The U.S. Mint produced many different coins simultaneously in 1979. Because of that, rare accidental crossover strikes could exist, such as SBA dollar struck on an Eisenhower dollar, leftover planchet SBA struck on a foreign planchet, multi-metal transitional planchet SBA dollar, double denomination errors, for example, struck over a quarter. These types of coins and other series have sold for $300,000 plus, $500,000 plus, and even over $1 million. No known million-dollar SBA has surfaced yet, but experts agree. How to identify a rare 1979 D error coin? Is the rim unusually thick or uneven? Possible die error or hybrid rim? Is the coin visibly off-center? The more dramatic, the more valuable. Does the coin look stretched or domed? Possible die. CAP.is the strike doubled or repeated. Look for double/triple images.is. The metal color strange. Possible wrong planchet. Is the mint mark D clear? Certain mint mark errors increase value. If you see anything unusual, the coin is worth examining further. Imagine digging through a drawer, rolling open an old coin roll, or checking the bottom of a forgotten jar, and suddenly spotting a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with that tiny little P on the front. But what if I told you that hidden among those ordinary Philadelphia mint coins are some of the most valuable and dramatic minting errors of any modern U.S. coin? And in the right jaw-dropping error scenario, the kind that hits headlines. Even six-figure or million-dollar prices are not impossible, so stay with me to the end, because by the time we're done, you'll know exactly what to look for, what errors bring enormous value, and why the 1979 P might just be the most exciting dollar coin of the late 20th century. But you'll understand why the 1979 P errors exist and why some are insanely valuable. You have to start with the history of BY 1979. The U.S. Mint wanted to create a small, modern dollar coin to replace the large Eisenhower dollar. The chosen design honored Susan B. Anthony, the legendary activist who fought for women's rights. The most valuable 1979 P error varieties. Now it's time for the treasures, the errors that turn a $1 coin into something worth hundreds, thousands, or even much more. The famous 1979 P wide rim/near date MS67 plus $3,000 to $10,000 plus. In super gem condition, this coin can become one of the most expensive SBA varieties, and people are still searching for the highest grade ones. Off-center strikes. Off-center coins happen when the metal blank is misaligned inside the press point. 60% off-center, $2,000 to $10,000, 70. 80% off-center, date still visible, $15,000 to $40,000 plus. Dramatic errors like these can go viral in collecting communities and ignite bidding wars. Double strikes and multiple strikes. These errors occur when the coin is struck 2 or more times. Strong double strike, $7,000 to $15,000. Dramatic triple strike, $20,000 to $50,000 plus. Yes, one spectacular triple struck. SBA dollar could easily break records. Wrong planchet errors. This is one of the most valuable error categories. Quarter planchet, $3,000 to $10,000. Other wrong planchets, $5,000 to $25,000. Dramatically wrong planchet, perfect strike, $30,000 to $100,000 plus. There is strong collector speculation that if a 1979 PSBA dollar were discovered on a leftover Eisenhower dollar blank or an unusual foreign planchet, it could produce backhand index pointing right, six-figure prices, backhand index pointing right, and possibly even million-level auction attention. It hasn't happened yet, but the potential is absolutely real. Broad strikes and collar errors. Broad strikes occur when the collar fails to hold the metal during striking. Dramatic full broad strike with distortion, $2,000 to $10,000 plus. Collectors love dramatic visual errors and pay accordingly. Die caps. A die cap forms when a struck coin sticks to the die and continues striking more coins beneath it. Minor cap, $3,000 to $10,000. Full striking cap, $20,000 to $50,000 plus. Perfect dramatic cap error, $75,000 or more. This is one of the most dramatic possible errors and one of the highest value categories, the theoretical $1 million SBA error. Why do people say an SBA dollar could reach $1 million? Because numismatic history has already shown. Struck over errors. Double denomination errors. Multi-metal planchets. Transitional errors can reach $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, and even more if a 1979 PSBA dollar were found with heavy checkmark. Double denomination, struck over a quarter or half dollar. Heavy checkmark, a leftover silver planchet. Heavy checkmark, a foreign planchet strike. Heavy checkmark, two designs on the same coin. Heavy checkmark, or a fully dramatic double strike off-center over another coin. It could absolutely hit six-figure territory. And if an unprecedented error surfaced, something never seen before, something dramatic and headline-making, then yes, Backhand index pointing right, $1 million sale is entirely possible. Even experts agree that the most valuable SBA error ever made may still be undiscovered. How to identify a rare 1979 PR? Examine the rim. Does the date look closer to the rim? Could be a wide rim or hybrid die error. Inspect for off-center strikes. Any shift in the design is valuable. Look for doubling. Liberty and God, we ties to the date, the portrait, the stars, the mint mark. If anything appears doubled, it might be a valuable strike error. Check the metal. Color darker or lighter colors can indicate a wrong planchet. Look for distortion. Domed surfaces, stretched edges, or odd shapes can indicate die caps or broad strikes. Confirm the mint mark. Some mint mark styles and placements are more valuable due to die changes. Getting your coin, if you even think your coin might be an error, send it to Paxicanax. A graded and authenticated error coin can skyrocket in value. A $200 raw error, $1,500 graded, $3,000 raw error, $10,000 graded. A dramatic error, $50,000 plus at auction. Certification is essential for maximizing value. And in the right jaw-dropping error scenario, even six-figure or million-dollar attention in the auction world, this is not fantasy. Modern U.S. mint errors have already broken records, and the San Francisco mint strikes include some of the sharpest, highest detail coins ever made, which makes their errors insanely valuable. If you have a 1979 dollar, or even think you might have one, stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to look for, what makes the mint errors so special, and why some of these coins have values that shock even experienced collectors. To understand the errors you need to understand the chaos behind the scenes at the U.S. Mint during 1979. The U.S. Mint wanted a dollar coin that was smaller, lighter, and more convenient than the Eisenhower dollar. They chose to honor Susan B. Anthony, a giant in the fight for women's rights. The 1979 dollar is famous for proof mint mark varieties, but also includes extremely rare striking errors that can reach huge values. The most valuable 1979 error varieties: the 1979 Type 1 and Type 2 mint mark varieties. Deep Cameo / Ultra Cameo Type 2, $500 to $3,000 plus. Perfect Grade PR 70 Type 2, $5,000 to $15,000 plus. Collectors pay big money for perfect coins because they are nearly impossible to find. 1979 mint mark. Punch errors. Mint marks were still applied manually with punch dies, meaning mistakes could happen. Strong doubled mint mark. $1,000 to $5,000. Dramatic mint mark placement errors. $7,000 to $25,000 plus. A dramatic RPM on an SBA proof could easily become one of the rarest modern mint varieties. Off-center strikes. Off-center proofs are incredibly rare. Proof coins are struck with extreme precision, so any off-center strike is major news. Moderate 20 to 40% off-center for $1,000 to $10,000. Dramatic 50 to 70% off-center, $15,000 to $40,000. Ultra dramatic 70 to 80% off-center. Design visible $50,000 plus. An off-center proof SBA dollar would be a dream-level rarity. Double strikes and multi-strikes. Double struck proofs happen when the coin shifts between strikes. Strong double strike. $10,000 to $25,000. Dramatic multi-strike. $30,000 to $75,000 plus. A multi-struck proof. SBA could set records. Wrong planchet errors. Proof coins struck on the wrong metal planchet are extremely rare and extremely valuable. Bronze foreign planchet. $10,000 to $30,000. Nickel planchet. $20,000 to $50,000. Dramatic wrong planchet proof. $50,000 to $100,000 plus. A major wrong planchet proof could attract millionaire-level bidding. Broad strikes, die caps, and collar errors. Although extremely rare for proofs, these errors do exist. Strong broad strike. $2,000 to $8,000. Die caps, mushroom coins. Perfect dramatic cap. $75,000 plus. Proof die caps are among the rarest modern errors. The theoretical $1,000,000 1979 SBA error. Experts openly agree that the most valuable SBA error ever made may not have been discovered yet. Here are the errors collectors dream about. Heavy checkmark, a double denomination proof, struck over a quarter or half dollar. These are known in other series, and they sell for six figures. Heavy checkmark, a 1979 SBA struck on a leftover silver planchet would be a holy grail discovery. Heavy checkmark, a two-metal planchet error massively valuable. Heavy checkmark, a dramatic double or triple proof strike-off. Center could hit six-figure territory. Heavy checkmark, a unique mint mark punch error combined with another major error would bring insane auction bidding that if such a coin surfaced, backhand index pointing right, it could absolutely sell for hundreds of thousands. And in a headline-making scenario, even $1,000,000 hammer price. The potential is real because proof mint errors are the rarest of the rare.